If the sublime beauty of the Sistine Chapel was the only achievement of Michelangelo Buonarroti's career, then this genius of the Italian Renaissance would still be able to claim a place among the greatest artists in history. But once we consider his entire artistic output, there is no doubt about the importance of this master sculptor, painter, architect, and poet. Born on March 6, 1475, Michelangelo di Lodovico Buonarroti Simoni was born to Ludovico di Leonardo Buonarroti and Francesca di Neri Buonarroti in the small village of Caprese, which was part of the Florentine Republic in modern-day Tuscany in Italy. As an infant, Michelangelo's wet nurse was married to a stonecutter, an association that perhaps sparked Michelangelo's interest in sculpting. Later in life, Michelangelo was fond of remarking that he drank in marble dust within his nanny's milk. Michelangelo's mother died when he was just 6 years old, leaving his father to care for 5 young sons, including a newborn. The family made do, though they were far from wealthy. Sundays were spent at Mass in the Church of Santa Croce in Florence. During Mass, young Michelangelo had the opportunity to gaze up at the artwork and frescoes of Donatello and Giotto, drawing inspiration from their beauty and religious subject matter. When Michelangelo's father remarried in 1485, the new stepmother brought money with her, allowing Michelangelo to attend Latin school, where he learned reading, writing, and mathematics. But these subjects took a back seat to his growing interest in art. After numerous entreaties, Michelangelo's father relented after his son demonstrated that his youthful artistic talent was worth pursuing. And 12-year-old Michelangelo was apprenticed to Ghirlandaio, a master painter who oversaw the most thriving artistic workshop in Florence. Along with Michelangelo's obvious skills came pride, impatience, and a disdain for authority. After 2 years as an apprentice painter, Michelangelo was expelled at the age of 14 and branded a know-it-all who could not be taught. This newfound freedom allowed Michelangelo to pursue his first love, sculpture, and he found patronage in the house of the powerful Medici, a family known across Italy for supporting artists. By the age of 17, his time with the Medici produced 2 promising relief sculptures, the Battle of the Centaurs and the Madonna of the Stairs. Toward the end of the 15th century, he moved to Rome, where he sculpted the Pieta, housed today in St. Peter's Basilica. This famous sculpture depicts the dead body of the crucified Christ, laying across the lap of his mother Mary, who cradles her son with maternal tenderness. A hallmark of Michelangelo's statues was an uncanny ability to make his marble subjects seem to breathe, to capture with intense realism the bone and muscles under the alabaster skin. This skill Michelangelo learned in part from dissecting human bodies in his spare time, a practice that made him especially attentive to the structure of human form. The genius of this approach to sculpting and painting human bodies is most evident in his signature sculpture, the Statue of David, a monumental 14-foot nude statue of the Old Testament shepherd boy who slayed the giant Goliath and became King David. The statue took 3 years to finish and is considered the most lifelike and inspiring model of human form ever carved out of marble. Michelangelo did not particularly enjoy painting. He was a sculptor through and through. Nevertheless, when Pope Julius II ordered him to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, it was not a command that he dared to ignore. Between 1508 and 1512, Michelangelo meticulously painted more than 5,000 square feet of ceiling, including 300-plus figures taken from 9 scenes in the book of Genesis. The entire design centered around the creation of Adam, featuring the hand of God reaching out to touch the hand of Adam in the act of creation. In his later years, Michelangelo continued working on sculptural projects and writing moving poetry, which included a poem describing the physical and psychological agony of painting the Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo worked right up to the end of his long life, including an important architectural commission to erect the dome of St. Peter's Church in Rome, to this day the tallest dome of its kind in the world. Michelangelo died on February 18, 1564, at the age of 88. According to his final wish, he was buried at the Basilica of Santa Croce in his hometown of Florence. The variety and excellence of his artistic output from sculpture to painting to poetry to architecture, was unparalleled. The legacy of Michelangelo is as profound and enduring as any artist in history. As the master himself said, "Many believe, and I believe, that I have been designated for this work by God. In spite of my old age, I do not want to give it up. I work out of love for God, and I put all my hope in Him."